having looked into self-help and ways I can get better, naturally I Googled away. Yet over time I couldn't help but think there's possibly a dark side in that I found myself spending too much time trying to get better, and therefore I wasn't. It was things such as take this course or try this and this will happen to you in 20 minutes. Yet, of course, what works for someone may not work for you. And I think that was the case with me, because I was trying different things that had worked for other people, but not necessarily myself. Now, with that said, it's not as though I wasn't picking up on anything. For the most part, a lot of it's general, and it's good information that will help you become better. Of course, this will vary from article to article on what the information is, but for the most part, it's all the same. And so with myself, I think I had this idea that the more I was consuming, the better I will become. And it's evident that that's not the case. And it's unfortunate that I just didn't get the good stuff initially, right? Because after looking into so many self-help books, then I can interpret it for myself and take all the good things, in which some was parallel. There was also just a lot of it that I didn't have to do to myself, and that I spend so much time. And so I think that that's something that's possibly not brought up as much, is one could get lost, so much so that they're not developing by over consuming, over reading, over watching. Yeah, I think that's important to take into account, is how one's going to be able to navigate better, because how much is something really helping you if you do so much of that? Then maybe it won't. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if all you're doing is consuming, then perhaps you won't be able to take into action. Some might give you information to do something that might make you feel uncomfortable. Therefore, you'll say, for instance, well, in the book it says to maybe try to engage more with my coworkers. Because of that, it doesn't always work as it's said. Therefore, it might be taxing on you, whether it's anxiety or depression inducing, in that you might fail and think to yourself, well, shit, it says here to do this and I can't even do that, or I keep failing. And so there's that too. And I hate to look at this as though I possibly may be over analyzing. I believe I'm not. But yeah, I think for me that's what it was, is I was just simply over consuming. And there wasn't necessarily something that, I don't know, maybe there was. Maybe I could have just simplified it in the beginning and not done so much, kept it simple instead of trying to find more, because at least for me, it's as though I was digging and getting nowhere than all what I initially needed. Because for the most part, there's fundamentals and there's ways to interpret those fundamentals differently. And so because of that, you'll have different sources that'll say, try it this way. No, in fact, my way's better. And therefore, you end up losing a lot of time.